What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day, and we just hit another 5.2x right here in tonight's game. We took Herbert over, we took Keenan Allen over, and this was actually a completely free pick that I gave out on my Twitter and my free winnable. So if you're not my free winnable, you can join so below by just clicking the thing that says get more of my plays, and it's completely free. You get about one pick a day on that, and it's just kind of a nice way to get some more of my plays whenever I like to send them out. So this was on Taco Tuesday, guys. We obviously cashed Luka over on Taco Tuesday, and then we took Herbert, Keenan Allen over. You'll see Keenan Allen throws for a ton of yards. He threw for 191 yards in that first half. So, of course, if your quarterback is going to throw for 191 yards, then the number one receiver on that team or number two receiver or whatever it is, they have a lot of receivers on that team, to be honest, is going to get a ton of yards also, and that's exactly what Keenan Allen does. Now, this is such an important concept, guys, because I actually ended up taking Justin Herbert and Gadsden to go under together in that second half, and I really could have taken anyone to go under together. Gadsden, I just really liked him to go under just because, I don't know, I just like to take him under there. But these second half plays are some of the freest entries you will ever have. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or boastful or something, but I'm going to be honest, PrizePicks does not know what they're doing with these second half plays sometimes. The Chargers were up by 20 points or 21 points going into halftime, going into that second half. And as you guys see, I always say this, guys, when a team is leading, what are they going to do? They're going to run the football. They're going to run the ball. I mean, they might have passed 4 times the entire second half. The Chargers did. Gadsden got 77 yards this game. So this player right here, you might never have heard of him. He's a Syracuse guy, a rookie tight end. He got 77 yards, and that doesn't really matter. He got 77 yards in the first half. That's what he ended with. He got 0 receiving yards in that second half. Why? Not because he's a bad player. I think he's a great player, and he's going to be a great player in the future, have a long career, but because the Chargers just physically did not throw. They didn't need to throw to win this game. This was the freest entry I've ever seen in my life when they're up by 24 points, and I saw that Justin Herbert, I could take him under 100 yards. I mean, this is just insane. So that one there is a nice setup that we did end up getting. And again, who knows if the counter-strike's going to hit or not. But yeah, really simple one there. And then this one right here was actually today's entry right here with Carson Wentz under and TJ Hawkinson under. And we're going to wait for, obviously, Gumayushi to go ahead, do his thing, go over, and hopefully get 12 or more kills. I will say his line right now is 12 if you did want to check it. So his line did bump up very slightly, which is nice to see. And you'll see the entry that we did take on Wednesday here, which we actually took the unders, and the overs hit like absolute madmen. Now, I don't think this is actually the line. I don't think this is actually what they got. I don't think this guy got 241 yards in the first half, but I do know that there was a lot of throwing in this first half. They threw to each other a ton, and they went over together, and that's exactly what's supposed to happen, guys. That's what's called opposite correlation. At least that's what I call it. I'll take the under sometimes, and sometimes the over will hit like crazy. Sometimes I'll take the over, and the under will hit like crazy. For example, if I would have took Carson Wentz over, and I came on the video, and I would have said, guys, I think Carson Wentz is going to throw like crazy because XYZ, and I think Justin Jefferson's going to do all this stuff, and I'm going to take him over, then they would have went under together. I don't know if Justin Jefferson, he probably actually did go over together, but I'm really glad that I took TJ Hawkinson because he did absolutely nothing tonight. And actually thinking about it, I think Justin Jefferson probably went way over his line in that first half. And I was very close to taking Justin Jefferson under, but I'm very glad that I did go ahead and take Hawkinson instead, just because I wasn't, after I saw Jamar Chase in that last Thursday night game, I was like, guys, Thursday night football is very scary for these dominant receivers because that's pretty much their game plan going into Thursday night. Just get the ball to those guys when you have a backup quarterback. So very happy to do that. We got some setups. This was, like I already mentioned this one. This was a setup we got. We also got this one on this Washington game with these Counter-Strike guys to go under together. So that's nice to see. And then obviously we do have a setup for tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. or something with Gumayushi right here. I'll be honest, guys, today honestly wasn't even that good of a day. We probably had our worst day in the last, 9 or 10 days, something like that. And again, that's not because it was a bad day. It was just because straight up our last 10 days have all looked like this. They've literally been banger after banger after banger day, and it's been crazy. So, I mean, we did today end up having a lot of very close misses and a lot of close things that could have potentially been setups. But again, that's the name of the game sometimes, guys. Sometimes this kind of stuff is going to happen. You'll see here, this guy misses by one headshot. This guy had a really, really bad game. I've bet on this guy quite a lot, this Zinni guy. He normally gets over 30 easily, but he just had a really poor game. And then same thing here. We could have cashed this 3-man, but this guy also plays just a really, really poor game. And these two guys, very, very good opposite correlation, just as I mentioned. I took the unders in this game, and this game ends up going into overtime overtime. So what ends up happening in overtime is a lot of rounds happen, a lot of kills happen in overtime, and these guys absolutely soared over. So that's a really good example of opposite correlation, just like that South Alabama game that we bet on, right? So this is a very, similar appearance to that South Alabama game, but it's in a completely different esport, in a different sport, which is an esport down here in Counter-Strike. So, again, these things are very correlated together. It just doesn't even matter if it's football or if it's Counter-Strike or if it's League of Legends. Correlation is the name of the game, and hopefully you guys do understand that. Now, before I get into today's play, I do want to say I'm giving away a signed Christian Gonzalez jersey. Today is going to be the last day to like and comment on this video. So go back, like, comment on all my videos, like and comment on this video, and every unique like and comment that you have given to these videos in the past week, then I will be giving away this jersey, and you'll have an extra raffle ticket into the entry to go ahead and do that. In tomorrow night's video, Friday's video, that I'm going to be giving away all the college football plays and NFL plays for the weekend. I'm going to also do this giveaway here and spinning a random wheel to you guys and give this jersey away. Okay, so again, like, comment on this video, guys. The liking, if you can get as many likes as possible, if we can get 75, 80 likes, that'd be phenomenal, and it's going to make me want to do additional jersey giveaways in the future and do some massive players. I know some guys, mentioned Cam Scatabo. That would be absolutely insane. Maybe like Jackson Dart, one of my favorite players, honestly, Jackson Dart. I would love to do a Jackson Dart giveaway. That would honestly just be sick to just like have it in my hands and then give it to one of you guys, because I love Dart and we bet on him so much last year at Ole Miss. One more thing. Well, this is actually going to be the first play of the day, guys. It is going to be with ONYX odds, of course, and this is going to be the first play of the day. It is DJ Moore to go under 3.5 receptions. He's really taken a backseat in this offense, like really backseat. A lot of the other receivers, guys, I'm not going to name them all, but you have Loveland. I'm not going to name them all. They have a lot of receivers, a lot of weapons on the Bears. It's been said many times. They have a lot of receivers. They drafted a lot of receivers, and DJ Moore has definitely taken kind of a step back this year. I'm taking him under 3.5 receptions on ONYX odds. Now, why ONYX odds, you may ask? Because, well, they're legal in like over 40 states, first of all, and they're giving away a free $115 to anyone that signs up for the first time on ONYX odds. And I know that sounds absolutely insane if that is the first time you've ever heard that, but it is true, guys. They give away so much money on ONYX odds, and all you have to do is sign up with my code, which is right here, detective, and spend $10 on ONYX odds. Once you do so, you will be given $115 in free picks, all right? And it's going to look exactly like this, right? You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 entries for $25 free entries that you guys will have, and then you'll have 1, 2, 3 free $5 entries, all right? So that adds up to $115 of free money to bet with on ONYX odds by just taking like 5 minutes out of your day, signing up for ONYX odds, and then on top of that, the cherry on top, if not the most important part, is you will get 1 free month of the VIP, guys. And if you guys don't know what we do on the VIP, guys, we went up like 50 to 60 units last weekend, and then we went up 40 units the weekend before that. So here's all the screenshots of the weekend before that. We went up 40 units, and then here was Thursday of last week, Friday of last week, Saturday of last week, and Sunday of last week, guys, where we honestly had our best weekend ever, going up 60 units alone in that weekend there. So we crush it. We literally went up 90 to 100 units, and on top of that, you would be signed up with ONYX odds, you'd get all my ONYX plays, and you would get a free $115. So I don't know how much easier I can make it to get into the VIP, make money on the VIP, and get all these apps. Again, you can sign up for ONYX, you can sign up for REBET, you can sign up for Better. You can also do the same thing and sign up for UNDERDOG, which I've been promoting a little bit the past couple of days, just because I realized they're also doing a very similar promo to ONYX, and you get play $5 and you will get $100 in free picks on ONYX odds. So, I mean, these apps are just throwing money at you at this point, and if you don't have these apps, I mean, get them. They are completely free money, and then you can place those entries and make free money on these apps, guys. So let's get into today's play, guys. I know it's heavily awaited. We have been crushing it. Again, if Gumayushi goes ahead and does his thing, this would be like maybe the third or fourth entry the past week and a half or past week that we have hit a 3-man entry right here on this channel completely free. And that's not even considering that this Luka entry that we just hit also with tonight's game was technically a free entry that I sent out to the Twitter people, the VIP, and the free plan on my Winnable, all right? So as you guys might have guessed, we're doing a very similar strategy that we always do called correlation, which I just talked about for about 10 minutes. And we're taking these guys to go over together in this Boise State and Nevada game. All right. So this is the Boise State quarterback to go over, and this is his number one target, Christian Marshall, to also go over. All right. So it's not rocket science here. We're not reinventing the wheel. We are literally doing the same thing that got us up. Well, first of all, 300 units last year in college football and 200 units, close to 200 units in the NFL last year, and a grand total of 600 units last year also, right? This is the same exact strategy that we use, and it's called correlation. I'm taking two overs together, and then I'm pairing that up with Kyle Pitts to go under 4.5 receptions. As I mentioned, I think the Falcons are going to win this game and versus Miami, and what happens when a team wins a game? They actually pass the ball less, all right? So just like the Chargers did, the Chargers blew out the Vikings. They passed the ball a lot less and less as the game went on. Kyle Pitts, I think this is a little bit too high for him, right? I think his line should be about 4. Now, if this line does bump down to 4, then maybe just look at his receiving yard line under. I do also like Bijan Robinson's receiving yard line actually over, okay? So I like him over. I like Kyle Pitts under in pretty much every stat, receptions and receiving yards, all right? But hopefully this is still on the board and you guys can take this. Now, going a little bit deeper into this two-man, guys, I just want to show you guys some stats, right? We have Maddox Madsen on Boise State. Now, you'll see the past 5 halves that he's played, past 5 first halves that he's played, he pretty much goes over this every single time. Now, this third game here that he goes way under is actually against Notre Dame, and I'm not going to sit here and try to compare Notre Dame to Nevada, guys. Nevada is a 1-5 I think it's Conference USA team, okay? So we're not going to compare them to Notre Dame. Notre Dame obviously has one of the top 5 defenses in college football, so obviously he's going to go under there. And then this game kind of pointed out to me, I'm like, well, UNLV, I know that UNLV doesn't really have too good of a defense. They're a pretty solid team, but they don't have too good of a defense. I'm like, why did he go under in this game? And I was a little bit curious of that, so I dug a little bit deeper into this game, and you'll see that his running back here, Dylan Riley, guys, if you look at this game in UNLV, he got 157 yards in that first half. And I looked at the play-by-play. This running back actually had 2 separate occurrences where he had a 75-yard run and a 66-yard run for a touchdown, okay? So think about that. You're a quarterback. You start the drive at the 25 or the 30. You hand the ball off, and your running back, all the yards that you would have got, you would have maybe got 40, 50 yards on that drive. Well, your running back scores a 75-yard touchdown, all right? And again, Maddox Madsen, he just had Ashton, so he's used to that. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get across is in this UNLV game, his running back got 157 yards, and he still put up over 100 yards. So that's actually a very, very respectable line right there, especially when his running back got like so many yards in that first half and took a lot of yards from him technically. And so yeah, and also Boise State, by the way, they did put up 28 points in that first half. So this is a pretty high-powered offense. I don't think people give them enough credit. You'll see Chris Marshall, very similarly, is going to go over a lot of times and under a lot of times when Maddox Madsen goes over or under together. So this UNLV game, he goes under. This Notre Dame game, he actually does creep over. So, this is the dominant A receiver. This is the alpha guy in Boise State, and that's going to be great to take him over. All right, guys? So, again, just as we did with who did we do Monday Night Football? We did JSN and Sam Darnold. That hit together. We did Carson Wentz and TJ Hawkinson under. That hit together. We did the South Alabama guys under. They went way over together because they had an amazing game. We're going to do another one with Maddox Madsen and Chris Marshall to go over together. Again, guys, we do this about 10 plus times a day on the VIP. I'm going to send out a ton of entries tomorrow, so get ready for that. Sign up for these different apps. They're giving you free money. It does not get easier than that. It is so easy to be a profitable bettor in the long term nowadays, and all you have to do is join my VIP. I talk about this a lot. Whatever that statistic is, like 98% of bettors, 97% of bettors fail long term. They lose money long term. You can instantly be in that top 1 to 2% of sports bettors by just clicking a couple buttons on your phone and joining some of these apps, getting a month free, and joining my VIP, guys. Like, we consistently do this kind of stuff. We might have another big weekend, who knows? And that's going to be the goal, of course. And let's try to continue this streak that we have been doing. Again, like, comment, subscribe for this signed jersey giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.